having me here. This is an honor and pleasure. When I first said that I was coming here to Pakistan, I was like, you can't go there. It's scary there. What do you mean you're going there? And, I said, well, I was given the opportunity, and they asked if I'd like to come, and I am, looking forward to it. So, may I ask you a question? If you don't want to answer, it's okay.
Yes, you can.
Okay, may I ask you how old you are?
I'm 25 years old.
I was 25 once. In fact, I was 25 4 years, because I'm 29, so 11th year in a row. But see, and the reason why I asked is because in America, it's not always polite to ask a woman her age, so I didn't know for sure. Are you currently married? Are you in a relationship?
No,
Do you want to be someday?
not right now.
Not right now, because you're drinking, but would you like to someday? Do you think, or you don't know?
No,
Okay, that's fair. Well, how about any of you? Are any of you married or in a relationship where you want to be someday? None of you want to be married. You don't want to have children.
I am married.
You are married. Okay, do you have children
I
yet?
have one child.
Okay, so you know what? You're the same as I am.
Yeah.
You have a family, and you're working, so there's no difference as far as what we all want. All of us want the same thing as far as being loved, having family, having a career. So that's one of the biggest things that I think is important, and I feel that one of the reasons why I am here in the Middle East is to be able to bring back, again, the media, just the way that they show and portray what's going on is not accurate in any way, shape, or form. And actually, to be honest with you, I have been treated better here in the Middle East than I sometimes get treated in America by people, as far as, the personalities and everything else. So basically, as Mitch had mentioned, I am from a small town, USA, and I knew that I had a bigger purpose. And I knew that it was time for me to stop playing small. And I was at a marketing event in March of last year where I actually met Rayhan and Mitch, and there was a gentleman that had gotten on there and was doing speaking. As soon as I saw that, I all of a sudden had just a jolt of electricity shoot through my body, and I was like, that's what I want to do. I want to travel the world. I want to share my story. I want to be able to show people that if I can do it, small town USA, and I can become an international speaker, and making that decision and deciding to move forward, I actually will have been speaking in 5 countries in 3 months, traveling and sharing my story and being able to connect with people. And so with Instagram, one of the great things is it does empower you with the opportunity to be able to connect and meet, whether it be people and you're doing it socially, or if you want to do it for business, you're able to connect and find your target customers. How many of you, I know that there wasn't that many, but how many of you in here currently have an Instagram account? Can you raise your hands again? And so there are a few of you, but none of you are using it for business right now.
I do.
Oh, you do use it for business,
I
okay.
used to do it for three of my clients. One
Okay.
from Singapore and 2 from US.
Okay, wonderful. And do you mind me asking how you shared, what were some of the, did you do images, did you do videos?
Both. Because
Both.
one of my clients was a guy called John Chupa. He was a pharmaceutical. And he got his own herbal, what you call it, energy drink kind of stuff. So I used to do social media posting for him.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful.
And another client I've got in Singapore, when I used to work in a corporate, it was a HR transformation company.
Mhm.
So we do B2B,
Okay, great.
which is very rare on Instagram.
Right, right. But the point of the matter is that you can do it for any business on Instagram. Because currently, I know for you mathematicians in the room that like the statistics, there are currently over 400 million active monthly users on Instagram and growing.
Yeah, it is.
When you post the images, because it's visual and people can connect emotionally with you, the per follower engagement is 58 times higher on Instagram than it is on Facebook, and it's 120 times higher than it is on Twitter. Isn't that amazing? You post an image and people are constantly liking, commenting, sharing. And one of the things that I love about it as well, it's the 3rd fastest social media platform besides Facebook and Twitter. And Facebook owns it, so therefore there's that integration. Yes, the younger people are on Instagram, but because of the fact that it integrates with Facebook, you're able to connect with older customers there as well. One of the things mentioned, talking about the purse and finding complementary. So if someone was looking for a way that they wanted to be able to, build a business, again, with your beautiful clothing, if you had a clothing line and you wanted to set up and you wanted to start sharing the pictures on Instagram because it's so visual and they can see, your beautiful clothing, and you wanted to have a complementary product because in that way you're not in competition. You could come over to Dr. Zoo and say, I would like to promote your products on my page for you. She may in turn be willing to do the same thing. If you help her sell products, she probably would then give you a commission towards helping her and vice versa, so it's reciprocal. So then that way you're not in competition, but you're actually able to work collaboratively with each other.
That's what we want.
And that's, again, where the shout-out marketing, where you give a shout-out and give credit, is because it is that instant credibility for other people. You also, if you build your account and you build your following, people are going to contact you and ask you if you would be willing to post for them. And then you can actually earn money and, sorry, you can earn money that way as well. So that's another way that you can monetize Instagram. Do you have any questions right now? I mean, I can go on, but I just don't know if there's any specific questions that you might have at this point.
We were just having discussion yesterday with the marketing guys. We were discussing that there's a lot of discussion that people who are on Facebook are actually lonely people and things like that. So we were discussing that, for example, I would tell a scenario. If I'm sick, ill, not healthy, and at 2 o'clock in the evening, in the morning, I'm in my bed, and I have 3,000 followers, and nobody in the neighborhood knows that I am sick, and nobody to take me to the hospital, then I'm sick here as well.
No, you can contact the hospital through Facebook as well. What do you want?
But I will not be comfortable. Nobody in my neighborhood knows me because I am sitting in front of them and not talking to them, and I am on my phone. Even in my house, I am not talking to my wife. She is on the phone and I am on the phone, and we are not communicating.
Maybe she's on that Facebook.
That's what he's saying.
But
That's what he's saying.
that is a great point that you're making.
Yeah, we human become
But
commutual.
the individual contact, I am not comfortable because they will not come and take me to the hospital. If I am hungry, they will not feed me. Right?
You do make a very good point though, as far as, we have turned into a digital world. And that's a great point that we do need to start communicating again. And to open up that line of communication as far as,
The thing is the balance.
right, but it also can start, but if I wasn't here, how would I know you? If I hadn't had the opportunity to meet Rayhan from some of the stuff that was done in social media and being able to continue the conversation as well. I mean, I do get what you're saying, and I absolutely agree that we do need to get back to, the person-to-person contact. Well, one of the things though that I would want to do when I get back is I would love to be able to get my children on Skype and introduce them to Rayhan's children. So they can start that conversation, and yes, it's going to be virtual, but then eventually I would love to have the opportunity to be able to come back here to visit and bring my family and bring my children so they can experience this. And that many times that does begin on social media. And again, going back with Instagram, you can start with posting the images, getting to know people, connecting with people, which can then lead to that conversation, which then can lead to face-to-face in person as well.
Another thing we were discussing was we were not living the moment when we are on the video. I am not listening to you, I am making a video of you, but I am not concentrating on the live communication. I am more concerned about what people will be having my image when I record this and send it somewhere live, rather than communicate with you live and know what you are trying to say.
Right. I mean, you absolutely make a very good valid point. I mean, cell phones coming in, the social media, I can see why in some ways that you do have a distaste for it. But you could be the one that starts that movement of having it get back to being normal. I mean, it starts with one person. One person truly can change the world.
I'm not,
Right.
again, not against it.
No,
but
and
it depends.
I
you
agree,
did
and you're absolutely right, I'm not arguing with you, but that's what I'm saying, but if that's your passion, your feeling,
Yeah.
then that's a great opportunity for you to start having that conversation with people, because you seriously think there's not people in America right now that don't feel the exact same way that you do?
Right.
My brother's one of them, okay? He will not get on social media, it drives him crazy when you go out to, and I'm the same way when I go to dinner. I will put my cell phone away, and I will tell my husband, we're going to have a conversation, we're here, we're present in the moment with each other. So when I have time and a place, I absolutely agree with you for social media or other digital type things. But there's also,
The commercial usage of that. You can use it for business, you can use it for commercial purposes. To
absolutely,
aware people about bad things and good things as well.
that's absolutely correct.
For long distance kind of
I
thing.
would be happy to answer that after like 10 minutes when she's done. I would love to take it on that.
Are there any other questions? Yes.
When I was doing it as a digital marketer, what I realized that Instagram and Pinterest, they are very much to engage, to start following each other, not to sell. The content we're using in it is to engage more as compared to say that I'm selling something. For example, if I'm uploading any recipe of a food in Pinterest, because you should know that Pinterest is created for that purpose basically. That's why 90% of the following and users on Pinterest are women. That's the fact is. So if you look at it in that way, the Instagram and the Pinterest, they are to engage more as compared to other platforms.
Absolutely,
Alright.
absolutely, and that's exactly it. You are able to engage more, and you do have to be a little bit more strategic. I mean, you're not going to come right out, buy my product. I mean, this is where you're truly able to show if it's fair.